Before there were red carpets lined with cameras, before the word icon lost its meaning, there was a woman who didn't just walk into a room, she transformed it. Brigitte Bardot wasn't manufactured by algorithms or focus groups. She was raw, untamed, and impossibly magnetic. And now, that light has gone out. On December 28, 2025, Brigitte Bardot passed away at the age of 91. The news arrived quietly, almost fittingly, from the foundation that bore her name, the same organization she poured her later years into. She died following an illness and surgery 2 months prior, surrounded not by the flashing bulbs of her youth, but by the privacy she fought so hard to reclaim. French President Emmanuel Macron said she embodied a life of freedom. And perhaps that's the truest thing anyone could say about her. But who was Brigitte Bardot before the world knew her name? Born in Paris in 1934 to a bourgeois family, young Brigitte Anne-Marie Bardot seemed destined for a life of quiet respectability. She studied ballet, moved with grace, and carried herself with an elegance that seemed effortless. But beneath that polished exterior was something else, a restlessness, a refusal to be contained. At 15, she appeared on the cover of Elle magazine. A photograph, a moment. And suddenly, she wasn't just another girl in Paris. She was something the world wanted to see. By her early 20s, Bardot had entered French cinema, but it wasn't until 1956 that everything changed. And God Created Woman wasn't just a film, it was a cultural earthquake. Directed by Roger Vadim, her first husband, the movie showcased Bardot in a way audiences had never seen before. She wasn't playing at sensuality. She simply was. The film was banned in several countries, condemned by critics, and became a massive international success. Brigitte Bardot became a global phenomenon overnight. What made her different? Why her, and not the countless other beautiful women who graced the screen during that era? Because Bardot didn't ask for permission. In an age when female sexuality was meant to be demure, controlled, and packaged for male consumption, she existed on her own terms. She was barefoot when everyone else wore heels. She wore her hair loose and wild when others pinned theirs back. She moved through the world as if she had invented it herself. Fashion designers scrambled to capture her style. Musicians wrote songs about her. Artists painted her. She didn't follow trends, she created them. The Bardot neckline, the tousled hair, the effortless sensuality, these became blueprints copied endlessly, even today. She was France's answer to Marilyn Monroe, but even that comparison misses the point. Monroe was Hollywood's creation, a carefully constructed dream. Bardot was something wilder, something that couldn't be controlled by studios or handlers. She chose her own roles, spoke her mind, and lived loudly. For a while, she was the most photographed woman on earth. But fame at that altitude comes with a cost, and Bardot's life was never simple. She was married 4 times, each relationship dissected by the press. Her personal struggles became public property. And as the years went on, she became a figure of controversy, not for her films, but for her outspoken views. In her later decades, she faced multiple convictions in France for inciting racial hatred through her public statements. Her political positions alienated many who once admired her. The woman who symbolized freedom to millions became, to others, a symbol of intolerance. It's a difficult legacy to reconcile, and perhaps that's what makes her story so deeply human. She was never perfect, never sanitized, never easy to define. In 1973, at the age of 39, Bardot walked away from cinema entirely. Not because the offers stopped coming, they didn't. Not because she had lost her talent or her beauty, but because she had found something that mattered more. She retreated from the spotlight and devoted herself entirely to animal rights activism. She founded the Brigitte Bardot Foundation in 1986, and for the next 4 decades, she fought tirelessly for the protection of animals. She used her fame, her fortune, and her voice to campaign against animal cruelty, fur farming, and the slaughter of seals. It was unglamorous work, often thankless, and she pursued it with the same intensity she once brought to the screen. The woman who once embodied desire chose compassion instead. The face that launched 1,000 magazine covers turned toward creatures that had no voice of their own. So why does Brigitte Bardot still matter in 2025? Why does her death feel like the closing of a chapter we weren't ready to finish? Because her influence never faded. Open any fashion magazine, scroll through any mood board, watch any film that tries to capture untamed femininity, and you'll see her. Designers still reference her. Photographers still chase her aesthetic. Actresses still study the way she moved, the way she inhabited the screen without ever seeming to try. She proved that you didn't need to be likable to be unforgettable, that you could be contradictory, complicated, and still leave a permanent mark on culture. She belonged to an era when movie stars were myths, when they lived larger than life, and we let them. Today, we know too much. We see too much. But Bardot existed in that golden moment when cinema still held mystery, when an image could stop the world, when one woman could define beauty for an entire generation. Now that generation is passing. The last of the old guard, the ones who lived before celebrity became industrial, before fame became algorithmic. Bardot was never meant to be relatable. She was meant to be extraordinary, and she was. The lights have dimmed in French cinema tonight. Somewhere, an old film reel spins in the dark, and Brigitte Bardot dances across the screen one more time, forever young, forever untamed, forever free. The woman is gone, but the image remains, and perhaps that's exactly what she would have wanted. The curtain falls, and the legend stays.